Welcome to another edition of Shelby Connection. I am your host, Kyle Hoffman.
And I'm Sydney Macheski.
This week is April 14th through the 20th, which happens to be taking us through Easter Sunday.
Woo.
So, yeah. Woo, Easter!
Woo.
And really, there isn't much going on. We just had spring break for most schools.
Yep, I think it was for all schools in Utica Community Schools.
So everybody was, just getting back into town or whatever they may have been doing and just getting back to the grind of things.
Yes.
And
back to that grind.
The weather came back. The spring weather is finally here.
Yes, but apparently
for the time being,
it's going to not be spring weather.
That's what I hear.
Weeks. I think it's supposed to snow one day next
I
week.
randomly heard that too, but
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna ignore that.
I'm gonna cry and wish Michigan to take their bipolar medication because I can't deal with it anymore.
Well, you just gotta take what we can get. Take what we can get right now, and just enjoy it because the spring is showing itself and it's coming. So
it's true. It's not lost forever.
No,
like I think most people
It's
fear,
just unfortunately a lingering winter. But spring is coming, so the events will be coming as well. But for right now, let's just talk about things that you can do with your family before the big event, or Easter, because everyone has family coming in out of town. Generally, it's a pretty big thing. Everybody getting together for a nice brunch or dinner, depending on what your family does. And
Easter egg hunts, chocolate bunnies, the whole 9 yards.
Yep, all those things that families do together, kids. But for the most part, what you can do is you can go out and check out a movie on the Saturday night prior or like the Friday night with the family and go and check some things out. We have an action superhero movie that a lot of people have been anticipating, and that's Captain America.
Woo!
Yep. The second installment of his storyline. And basically him and the Black Widow,
played by
Scarlett Johansson, and Captain America is played by Chris Evans. They team up to go up against the Winter Soldier, basically because S.H.I.E.L.D., which is the organization that they're a part of, gets attacked, and they're wondering why these attacks are happening. And they keep on getting assassins sent at them, and it's, typical hero plot where he's got to go and find out what's going on and why these attacks are happening. And
I think that this movie got really good reviews, actually. I think Rotten Tomatoes gave it 2 thumbs up or something.
I think they got they got like an 80-something % approval rating, which is really high.
Yeah, especially for a second installment in a superhero series. And I think that they were like the biggest box office hit or something like that for. I mean, they blew things out of the water.
Well, yeah, probably the movies that they were going up against. But I mean, there's no way that they would ever catch up to the Avengers, which is all of them together.
Right, but I mean, I think that in terms of people wanting to see the movie, it was pretty high.
Yeah, well, yeah, it definitely had a high expectation. This is a long movie, I heard.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 30 or something minutes.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. Maybe that seems a little too high for me. I don't know. I think someone was over-exaggerating when they told me, because I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard about people. They said some parts it dragged on, but the action in it was pretty sweet, and
cool.
They didn't do a great job in bringing in the villain and explaining that person, but maybe that was the mystery of it. Who knows?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but overall, they said it was cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. I like the Captain America series. I love the Avengers series, so I think that this is a great opportunity to get your superhero fix.
Yeah, get your superhero fix for a while.
So we've got Captain America and with Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson to top it all off. So yeah, I'm super excited to see this movie.
It's a good one for everybody. Now this one, our next movie is a good one for everybody, and especially kids. It's an animated film, and it's the second installment of the Rio series. So a lot of bright colors, birds, singing.
Mm-hmm.
That's animated movies in a nutshell right there.
Yeah, talking animals, bright colors, songs. I think Anne Hathaway voices the female character, and Jesse Eisenberg voices the male character. So I think that it's a super cute movie. It's a lot of fun for the kids. I know my little sister really enjoyed it. So
yep, it's about Anne Hathaway, who plays Jewel, and Jesse Eisenberg, who plays Blue, and those are the two main characters that fell in love in the first one. And then this one is they've created a family, and they're just going out into the wild to the Amazon on a vacation, and then basically they meet all sorts of new wild characters and have adventures, and the villainous bird from the first one, I guess, comes back or something. So
reappearance.
Ooh. But yeah, Rio is a great one for the kids if you have a lot of kids in your family.
Or adults, you know.
It's a good one. You know, it's a fun...
It's a lighter film.
It's definitely a light film. Not people blowing up and stuff along those lines. Just singing birds and bright colors. And so if you're interested in seeing that one, that movie is also out. This next one is kind of more of a guy's movie, I think. There's I mean, not that there's not a lot of females that are interested in sports stuff, but this is more along the lines of the administration.
Yeah. And I saw the preview for that, though. It looked pretty cool.
Well, the movie is Draft Day, and it's starring Kevin Costner, and he's playing the part of the general manager for, I believe it's the Cleveland Browns. Yep. And it's more, from what I was getting from the storyline of it, it was more along the lines of him, like, making personal sacrifices in his own life and mixing business with real life, and, like, it's like...
Yeah, it was... I think the point of the movie is that because he's choosing the players he wants on his team, and despite all of the advice that's being given to him by other people, he ultimately goes with his own advice and creates a great team that goes on to do really well in the NFL. Basically it's all the suspense and back alley communications that are going on that are involved in the NFL drafting process that people may not know about. Yeah, it's behind the scenes. It's a behind the scenes look at all the craziness that goes into
the stressful life that comes into it.
Right. That goes into it's. I guess I kind of equate it to, remember the Titans in a way. Like the behind the scene, the coaching aspect. Whereas this is more of the draft aspect of how
they have a lot of movies that were similar to that, like Jerry Maguire.
Yep.
About the sports agent, Moneyball.
That's a great example.
So they're coming out with a lot of movies like this, and how about Kevin Costner?
I know.
Reprising his career.
Ooh, I love Kevin Costner. He's great.
He's had a lot of fantastic movies. He's had a lot of duds though.
Yeah,
he's been hit or miss, but I mean he's been getting a lot. I mean he's got 2 movies out in theaters that I can think of right now. He's got Draft Day.
Yeah.
3 Days to Kill.
Oh, okay.
I even think that other spy movie's still out that he's a part of. I can't remember it. We talked about it in another show, but he's basically like the mentor to this young spy.
Oh.
I can't remember what it was called though.
Shadow Agent.
Jack Ryan or something, yeah. Jack Ryan, Shadow Agent, yeah. So he had that movie come out. So that one might still be in theaters. So he might be in 3 movies that are in theaters right now.
Whatever, he's doing a lot of work. Who cares?
So no, I think it's fantastic. I mean, Kevin Costner, he just like fell off the map and then he's back, and it's just like,
come on, Kevin Costner, bring it.
Go, Kevin Costner, go. I still remember Waterworld. This is like one of the biggest flops ever. It was like one of the highest funded films that just completely flopped Like when it came out, it was just before its time because that movie was that's a great movie.
Yeah.
It really is a fantastic movie. It was just before its time, and people were not ready for that, and it just it bombed. But great movie. So I mean, if you want to rent something, you can check that one out too. Just have a Kevin Costner marathon.
Woo.
Just
bring it on.
Bring a KC marathon.
Bring on the Costner.
It's like people do. They'll do like Harry Potter marathons, or people do marathons with all these trilogies. I'm like, screw that. Steven Seagal marathons. I don't even do that. Just go Kevin Costner. Just nobody would ever think that to do a Kevin Costner
You'd be
marathon.
up for days on end.
You would. So many random movies that you probably never even heard of that
Kevin
he was
Costner
in.
Starred in.
So
craziness.
But yeah, Kevin Costner, Draft Day.
Looks like it's a good movie, especially for, I think for anybody who enjoys sports and anyone who enjoys the politics of sports
and just human nature in general
and suspense
and stressful environments and how people react to those type of things and the crazy things that happen. So that is there, and
the next movie
is really interesting.
It's called Divergent. It's based off a book series. And it's a 3-book series, and Divergent is the first installment. And it's kind of similar to, in terms of the post-apocalyptic world that the Hunger Games brought to the table, but Divergent is set in future Chicago, and each of the people left in Chicago, they're all divided up into 5 factions, and each of the factions treasures a specific aspect of humanity.
Yeah.
So there's truthfulness, there's fearlessness, there's selflessness, and then a couple others. My little sister is crazy about this book series.
Clearly, you are educated in the matter of Divergent.
I read the book. I read the book because she made me. She literally shoved the book in my face and made me do it. But I really enjoyed the book. I really did. And I saw the movie with my little sister, and we had a blast.
By yourself. Liar.
I know. I saw it with her.
You can check You're like, I got to see this movie.
It was great. Shailene Woodley plays the main character, Triss, and Theo James plays the main, plays the male lead.
So for the Divergent fans out there, how close are they to following the storyline of the books?
They're pretty close, in all honesty. I think
because they mess up a lot of these things.
Yeah.
So
no, they do. I think they do.
Don't want to disappoint anybody.
Yeah, I think they do a nice job though of utilizing the book as a guideline for the rest of the movie. I think it's a job well done. I mean, everyone complains about something. You can always find something to complain about. But I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was suspenseful. I thought it was well done.
And they're planning to make this a trilogy or of sorts, or maybe more, like the Harry Potter type series. Because from what I heard from people that have seen the first movie, it was basically the initial startup, just like every other trilogy or like type of movies like that, where it's like the introduction to the characters, introduction to the kind of plot and storyline, and then just ending.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously left it open for the rest of the series.
What makes a divergent person so dangerous?
Ooh, great question. The point...
Inquiring minds want to know.
Namely yours?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, I read the synopsis of the film. I'm like, what does make divergent people so dangerous?
Yeah. Great question. The point of the Divergent series is that you're focusing on individuals who don't really categorize in any of the 5 factions. So they fit multiple different areas. So it's difficult for them to be controlled when they have a mind of their own, essentially.
Okay, so
the main character is a divergent. So she can choose
virtues,
any of the factions that she wants.
These 5 factions that are based off of specific virtues, I guess. So the people that are in those things are just hardcore dedicated to that particular virtue.
You're supposed to be, yeah.
And the divergent people they're just in flux. They're not dedicated to anything. They just kind of like have parts of each aspect in them, or each virtue.
Right. So that means that they have their own free will, and free will is dangerous in the post-apocalyptic world because that means that you can't be controlled by...
Free will is dangerous in this world right now.
Right. So, if you have a mind of your own, you can make your own decisions, and that's what they're trying to eliminate. I think one of the issues that this movie has is that people are comparing it to the Hunger Games, where, I mean, though they're similar in genre, the storylines are completely different. So people kind of get caught up in saying Divergent's not as good as the Hunger Games. Well, right, because the Divergent is not the Hunger Games. So don't let how you feel about the Hunger Games dissuade you from going to see Divergent and vice versa. So that'd be my advice.
Yep, definitely. So there you have it. There's 4 movies that you can go and check out with your family. For the action fans, action adventure, and superhero fans, we have Captain America. Woo. Which, it's Captain America. So the first one I thought was pretty cool. And the second one I heard drug out at some parts, but there's a lot of action. And, I mean, Scarlett Johansson's in it. Win.
Chris Evans is in it. Double win.
I don't know. I don't know about that guy. The fact that he plays 2 superheroes in movies annoys me. Because he's a Human Torch.
It's just because you're jealous that you didn't play a superhero.
No.
Anyway, Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson.
But, so Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson in Captain America. Action, superhero, check. Got it. Rio 2.
Anne Hathaway. Jesse Eisenberg for the win.
Yep.
Animated movie, super fun for the family and for younger kids, family friendly. Check.
Yep. Singing, birds, bright colors. What more could you ask for?
Nothing.
So, you got that one. Draft Day, Kevin Costner coming back from the dead. Reprising his career, coming out with 17,000 movies recently. Draft Day. About the human condition of a general manager and him dealing with the stressful environment of having all these expectations about him to put together this team and all this advice from everybody. This is how you got to do it. This is how you're going to save your job, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know what?
Done. I've got
done with all you guys. I'm going to get nuts with it. And then this is the story of his life. I don't know. I heard that on the radio. I don't ever listen to it, though.
One Direction. Kyle's actually the biggest One Direction fan around.
That's not true.
Don't let him fool you.
Don't let anybody ever tell that to you, because that's not true. Anyways, we're moving along. And
the last movie that we have for you is Divergent with Shailene Woodley and Theo James, who my little sister says is a good reason to see the movie. So he's really attractive. He really is.
I don't know.
And the storyline is good too. So check out that one.
Yeah. There's attractive people in this movie. Storyline is also there.
Storyline is great. So to recap one more time, we've got Captain America, we've got Draft Day, we've got Rio 2, and we have Divergent.
So we kind of hit the plethora there.
Plethora.
Sorry. Unbelievable. Anyways, those are 4 movies that you can go and check out. We do have one event that is taking place on Easter Sunday.
Woo.
And
what is it if you were saying woo today? I'm just in a woo kind
I don't know. You're a woo girl today.
I'm a woo girl today.
You are seriously a woo girl. You're just like, woo!
Is that a How I Met Your Mother thing?
Yes, that is exactly what it is. You're a woo girl.
I'm a woo.
For some reason, you are a woo girl. I don't know. It was Awesome Sauce before,
Awesome Sauce
and now it's
week,
a woo
and
girl.
now it's woo.
It's fine. But yeah, so
I own it. It's cool.
You're dominating it right now. There's nobody else can use it because you have I
have ownership of the franchise. I'm done.
You tagged it.
I'm done.
So nobody else can use it. Somebody's paying you money as we speak. So at least you got that going for you.
Woo. Again.
There it is again. There's the woo again. But our only event that's going on is taking place on Easter Sunday, and it's the Cranks Catering Easter Brunch, which takes place at Cranks Catering's Banquet Hall, which I believe is on Hayes and... I'm sorry, I can't remember where it's at, but it's a catering hall.
Yeah, I think it's on Hayes and I want to say 21. 21, yeah. 21
That's about
or
right.
20.
But,
yeah, 21, 22.
They self-proclaimed on the flyer #1 best Easter Sunday brunch in Macomb. So They will be having 2 seatings, because I guess it's that popular. Mm-hmm. One is at 11:30, and the other is at
2:30.
2:30. Yep. And reservations are required for this event, so maybe it is really popular because you need to have a reservation. You can't just show up and get in there.
Crank's Catering has some great food. So
well,
I'm doing my own plug for Crank's Catering right now.
Just doing a plug. Crank's Catering. So, but yeah, so they apparently there is just going to be mountains and mountains of food. I don't know. It was like 100. There's like they have like 100 feet worth of tables with food on them.
No way.
That's what it said. So they have like carving stations, omelet stations, salad bar,
and they have desserts too.
Yeah, fresh made desserts.
I think I'm sold.
It's like mountainous food, because we normally do something along those lines with the family.
Go out for brunch or.
Yeah, we do. We'll go out for brunch, and then the family will have the dinner later. So it's like a day thing.
Oh, cool.
So we'll stop. Normally, we stop at a restaurant and just go there and eat a light brunch because we're gonna have a lot of food. For dinner.
Food dinner, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have food dinner. Woo! Woo! Food dinner.
I'm just chock full of them today.
You got.
I'm great.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We all have our moments, but definitely something that you might want to check out, get reservations for, bring the whole family, enjoy a huge, monstrous brunch, because like I said, they claim that they're going to have 100 feet worth of food and all sorts of different stuff.
Totally worth
and
checking out.
For the price, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but I think it was like $15 for an adult or something.
What? That's great.
So that's like nothing.
No, that's perfect.
And you're not gonna find this much food for $15 at a restaurant, and this variety.
Yeah.
Of food that you can just go up and snack and get like whatever you want to. So, if you would like some more information about the Crank's Catering event on Easter Sunday, I will have the reservation number on the screen for you, and also the website, so you can just go and check it out and see what they're all about and what's going on there. So, yeah, definitely. So that is all the events that we have for this week, because there wasn't much going on. I think there would have been more events if they had actually kind of known how the weather was going to turn out.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I feel
you
can't tell. You can't tell. You can never tell.
Yeah. So, and like I said, like we were talking about earlier, it might be snowing in the next couple of days.
Yeah. So it's difficult to find that happy medium between wanting to have the more 5K run walks, but also
Yeah. The run walks, because they're coming.
They are. Don't worry.
Believe us, they're coming. So you're gonna get your exercise in. But for now, it looks like we're gonna stick with the solid indoor events, seeing the movies, brunches. So in recap, we have 4 movies.
Yep.
And they are
Captain America, Rio 2, Divergent, and Draft Day.
Did you rank those in order that you wanted to see those? Because I saw that you mixed them up from what was on the list. So I'm just curious. Was that a mental slip?
That was the mental slip. That was a mental slip.
I saw Draft Day all the way at the bottom.
It was in no way trying to push.
You were pedaling. She's pedaling. I mean, I thought you would have put Divergent up at top if that was where we were going.
Captain America, Rio 2, Draft Day. That would be my pick. That'd be my. But I want to see Draft Day too. So.
I think if I was going to rate them.
But I don't know if I would see Draft Day in the theaters, though.
I just don't know anything about.
Like I would see Captain America in the theaters before I would see Draft Day in the theaters.
Yeah,
because Captain America is an action movie. I mean, it needs the theater atmosphere.
I'm a sports person, and I would definitely put Draft Day at the bottom of that list of things to see.
Even Rio?
Yeah.
You're so cute.
I would totally do it.
Birds and bright colors.
I mean, yeah.
Kyle is sold.
I think I'm so ready for the spring that I would be willing to. I'm like, I just need an escape from Michigan weather, and it's just like,
Even animated
Even
spring
if
weather.
it's animated spring weather, I'm just ready. Anyways, so those 4 movies are there for you to see with the family before your Easter Sunday. And on Easter Sunday, you have the Cranks Catering Food Bonanza. 100 feet of food, whatever you want.
Carving stations, omelets, and desserts.
I mean, what more could you ask for a brunch? And catering places, that's what they do for a living. So it's got to be really good. So, I mean, I'm talking myself into it right now. I mean, I'm going to have to pitch this to my family next weekend. So, what do you guys all week. Actually, I'm going to have to do it all week because we're going to have to do the reservations. But that is all the events that we have for you for this week. So we hope that your Easter Sunday is great and that you have a great time with your family, good food, good stories, and just...
Plenty of chocolate. Plenty of chocolate.
Yes. Plenty of chocolate, Easter eggs. I hope the kids have a great Easter egg hunt if that's what you do. I mean, I know I did that when I was a kid, and it was fantastic.
I did too.
Finding, I didn't even care. I was so excited to find a thing full of dimes. It's just like, what? Now I'm just like 30 cents in dimes.
Excellent.
But as a kid, you're like, sweet! I can save this up. I can buy candy with this. So, do it. I mean, now you have to do it because now I got you. We got you excited about doing it, so you have to do it.
You have to now.
So
it's a requirement.
Until next week, hopefully the weather
We'll
picks
stay
up.
nice. We'll stay nice.
Yeah, stay nice, and we can get you guys some more events. So, but until that time, I'm your host, Kyle Hoffman.
And I'm Sydney Macheski. Have a good one.